It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 11 of The Walking Dead, another prediction video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at whether Pamela is going to die or whether she's going to get imprisoned, meaning she's going to go to jail for the rest of her life. And the answer is, I feel like it's going to be a bit of both. And you may be wondering, what do I mean by that? Well, stay tuned, we'll be right back to break it down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. One final thing, I do want to talk a little bit about some comic material. So if you have not read the comics until the end, you probably don't want to watch this video because I will be talking about spoilers from the comic book to give a prediction. So with that spoiler warning out of the way, let's get right into it. So, of course, the easy answer is she's either gonna be imprisoned like she was in the comic book, with Maggie taking her place as the leader of the Commonwealth or the president for the Commonwealth. But the alternative to that is that she's gonna die and that she's either gonna get killed by one of the survivors or something else is gonna happen to her and she's gonna end up getting killed. And like I said earlier, I feel like it'll be a mixture of both. I feel like we are in fact gonna see a similar storyline as what we saw in the comic book, where the Commonwealth elites led by Mercer are gonna overthrow Governor Pamela Milton and they're gonna imprison her, and they're basically gonna have a real election for Commonwealth where Maggie's gonna be elected. So I do feel like Pamela will go to jail after all. But here is where I think they could do a remix, a very interesting remix. They could give us a variation or a remixed version of Rick Grimes' death. Now you may be completely confused, but I'm here to explain. What I feel they might be able to do, given all of the changes that have already happened and where the story is, they could do something along the lines of having Pamela go to jail, and then she's going to spend a bit of time in jail, and that's when someone's going to come after her and murder her in her sleep in jail. Now the question is, who could that person be? Of course it could be like Daryl or Carol or Maggie, but they wouldn't do that. She's already in jail. What do they get out of killing her? Nothing. It could be a completely random Commonwealth survivor who wants to take revenge for everything Pamela has done to them. But then that's not satisfying. What could be satisfying is if Negan is the one that does it. Now you may be asking, how is that going to work? Remember what Negan did to Alpha. Carol hired Negan, in a way, to go after Alpha and do the dirty work for her. So what if she does the exact same thing? What if Carol hires Negan or puts Negan up to this, to go after Pamela and murder her in her sleep to get justice, because she doesn't feel like Pamela being in a jail cell is justice enough? Now, what led Carol to do that in the Alpha situation is obviously Henry. It was Henry's death that really pushed her towards that decision. But it's not going to work the same way here, obviously, unless something happens to one of the kids as a direct result of Pamela's actions. That could be a very, very bold theory, but something to think about. I mean, it would definitely cause a lot of drama between Pamela and Carol, given Carol's backstory with kids and everything like that. And obviously, if they do something like that, it would be a very interesting and sort of pretty clever way to remix the comic story, the comic Rick Grimes death story. Because obviously in the comics, it was Sebastian that killed Rick in his sleep. So they would be replacing Rick with Pamela and Sebastian with Negan. Now, the other aspect of it is, how is that gonna play out with the others? And the answer to that could be simple. Maybe with Maggie being the president or the leader, she may not mind Negan killing Pamela. I'm not saying that, that's the right thing morally for her to do in the story. What I'm saying is that they could play off of that kind of motivation and that feeling from Maggie to push the story towards the direction that it needs to go. Who knows? Maybe this is the reason why Negan leaves, and maybe something happens that also causes Maggie to have to leave. And maybe at the end of season 11, we're not going to see Negan and Maggie together leaving to join forces, where we're going to see them in the spin-off. Maybe they're going to leave separated, and then we're going to see in the spin-off how they find each other and how they reconnect. Something along those lines. But I'm definitely intrigued to know your thoughts and opinions about this. Do you think Pamela is going to be imprisoned? Or do you think she's going to get killed? Or do you think it'll be a combination of both, like I said? And do you think if she does get killed, Negan might be involved in it? Or do you think that she's going to die some other way? So share your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.